Alright, this is the highlight video from GreatStockPicks.com. Let's see, March 8th, Tuesday, chat room trading session. So let's go into these here. Let's try this. I started with Ford, was my first call today. We had it on watch when it looked like this, the daily candles last night. Had a little bit of support around 14. Certainly looked overdue for a bounce. Switching to 5-minute candles from this morning. Try to show you what it looked like here. I didn't have time to type this out, but I said over the microphone. Let me get my drawing tool here. This is the opening candle. Let me try that one more time. Okay, this was the opening 5-minute candle from today. All this stuff was yesterday. So you can see it put in an early high, 1410, and an early low of 1401. So a nice narrow range for the first 10 minutes. So over the microphone I said as a bounce play, this could work if it gets over 1410. In other words, 1411 with a 14 stop. That's 11 cents risk. And I'll scroll to the right now. You see a very nice move there. Even suggested a possible swing, or maybe on a third of a position, something like that. But certainly a nice move on Ford, all the way to 1455. Again, on 11 cents risk. So nice one there. NVIDIA, I'll tell you what, guys. Whenever I see this, and I know I talk about this in a lot of the videos, but you know, I might be watching or have several stocks on my watch list. But whenever I see a stock do this, that kind of shape, candles getting bigger, volume getting bigger, I tune out everything else and I put my attention onto a stock like this, because you get some nice bounces off that setup. And using this setup and a method that we teach, called this at 1929, worst case stop at the low of the day. So our entry was probably somewhere around right there. Sorry for that ugly arrow. Worst case stop was right below this candle here, 18 cents below, so 1929, and it did make it up to 1986. So a 57-cent move eventually in our favor on 18 cents risk. Ended up being a pretty nice trade. CSR, normally I don't play a stock that, you know, has a low average volume like this. Doesn't really average a million a day. That's kind of like my cutoff, but nice gap up, and this was getting big volume today. This is a daily chart. Using fives, I'll show you one of my favorite setups. This is what it looked like. Okay, we all know a stock with a gap like that, this kind of volume, if it gets back to the high of the day, you might get some momentum if you get through the high of the day later. Now, I don't want to have to take a high of day break, because there's, you know, oftentimes you have to sit through a pullback. But when you've got the catalyst of a potential high of day break and maybe some more upside if that happens because of the gap and all the excitement around this stock, if you can get a nice base like this one gave us, okay, there's a good chance. Now think about this, each candle is 5 minutes in time, so for about 20 minutes here it's approaching the high of the day, and for about 20 minutes you have a longs and shorts or bulls and bears battle going on. Alright, so if it can get above this base, might make a run to and possibly through the high of the day. So we put this on watch. I said 516 trigger, the stop right below that base, 7 cents below. So if it can get over this base, 516 will be our entry. Stop 7 cents below. Looking for the base break to hopefully get us through the high of the day and maybe more. And I'll scoot to the right there. There's the base break. It took a while to get going, but finally got going. Never did hit that stop 7 cents below. So from 516, it made it to 549. Not huge, but percentage-wise pretty nice. 33 cents on a $5 stock, and the stop was only 7 cents away. So that's the highlights from today. I'll stop babbling, and we'll send out another highlight video tomorrow night from whatever happens in our chat room on Wednesday. So have a great night. We'll talk to you then.